Mitsubishi head here. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of mildew being built up on the inside there. I've definitely seen worse. Filter. Pretty dirty. Good way you can tell if a filter is clean. I mean, it's kind of obvious here, but if you can see light through it, you know it's clean, but when you can't, it's restrictive. This one's really bad too. That's why it's important these filters need to be cleaned. Generally once a month is good, would be ideal, but every 3 months at least. Coil is relatively clean. These clips are generally pretty easy to get out. Sometimes it can be a little bitch. That one doesn't want to come out very easily. Let's see if we can get this one. Alright guys, see this here? This is the blower wheel. See how dirty that is? That's pretty gross. So we're going to pull this out, thoroughly clean this whole system here. So I just got the coil. You separate this here. Alright, so I got all the plastic off and the drain pan off here. Disconnected the drain. I removed the screws from the evaporator coil. This actually will slide apart. Like so. Good, this one's draining pretty good right now. The system was recently, it was just on when I got here, so unfortunately the evaporator is very wet still. Alright, so to remove the blower wheel, you have to separate the coil. And this is the blower. You can see there's a screw in there. That's where it's on the shank. You just gotta loosen that screw. So I don't know if it's kind of hard to see there, but the evaporator coil was a little bit dirty there as well. The filter wasn't getting everything, as you can tell by the blower wheel. Now something I find too is when these get installed, these pipes go to the outside, and on the outside the hole is sealed, but this hole here to the interior wall is still open. Now what I like to do is seal this up in here as well, because what can happen is this will also pull dust and kind of junk from inside the bay here as well into the system. And also it can pull hot air from in that spot as well. As you can see, even with the filters, there's still a good amount of mildew that breaks up in there. And now there's a couple of different ways you can clean these. You can use a vacuum, but I'm already out here hosing this down. Also going to remove these other filters here. See, this one needs to be replaced. You can also hose it down. Obviously you want to go the opposite way from where all the dust is. It's also important that you really dry them out before you put them back into the unit. Got an evaporator coil cleaner here. Everything's all cleaned up. I just gotta seal up this hole here, put the dry filters back in, and then inspect the outside. I also blew the drain out with nitrogen. Alright, so I got some thumb gum here. I'd rather use this over spray foam for obvious reasons, less chance of an incident for a mess, and it's easier to remove. Alright, so that wall console's up there. This is the line hide that covers it. This particular brand is Slim Duct. And this system, it goes to a branch box. This is a branch distribution box in the basement. So there's one condenser outside that feeds this wall console, and then also the air handler that's up in the attic. So I just got finished cleaning that indoor head there. I blew out the drain with nitrogen, but I also like to pop the cover off of the line hide here and inspect it during these inspections as well, just in case any kind of rodents were getting in here or anything like that, and make sure the wires aren't chewed or the insulation on the refrigerant piping is also good and intact. So the key is not to drop these screws. They are not magnetic. You never know what you might find behind one of these. So far it's looking really good. They used a dishwasher drain hose for the drain, which is a perfect drain hose to use for this. And it also has this is the direct burial wire here. So this is weather resistant, which is also very nice. It's also supported. There's only a little bit of this suction pipe here that's not insulated. And you can see the hole going into the basement is all siliconed. Doesn't look like there's been any signs of critters in there, so that's a good sign. All right, here's the outdoor unit. So they have it up on the stand. It looks like the feet of the stand's kind of been buried by landscaping. It's obviously a little bit weathered from being out here. This is a 3-ton unit. It looks like, what year is this one from? 2020. So we're coming up on, well, it is 6 years old. See the drain from the attic unit there. It looks like this is where the main entrance is. Look at this, no rinse required condenser cleaner here. Now what I'm going to want to do is take this entire cover off of it here if I can access the coil without any obstructions, but you can see the coil is actually looks super clean.